Hello, everybody, and welcome out there in the IT land. Derek and I are very happy to bring you another year of Azure Back to School. I just realized, like, the other day I was talking about Azure Back to School, and this is year 5 of Azure Back to School, and
This
I
is
think
year 5, yeah.
year 3 or 4 of you co-organizing it with me
Yes.
and helping me out with the schedule. So,
Yep.
so really excited to have another year. As everybody can see on the screen, we have a newly designed website for this year. Thanks to some support from Captain Hyperscaler, as well as my daughter, that helped
I was going to say
to
unpaid
make
internship, right?
yes, unpaid internship, exactly. Helping out to spice it up. She did not like the way that the blog, the GitHub pages site looked in previous. She goes, you need to make that look better. So I'm like, okay, well, make it look better, and we did. And so lots of fun animation and everything. A little bit more about Azure Back to School, and some previous year videos that were pulled up in the page. But this year, we're about the same size as last year. I think we've got 73 sessions
74.
from
Yeah, 74 sessions.
74 sessions from 55 unique speakers. So very excited there. And if you go to azurebacktoschool.com, I should put that up as a banner. Hold on. Let's create a new banner here and pop that up for everybody. Why don't you, while I'm doing that, Derek, why don't you talk about some of the sessions, since you are instrumental as usual.
It was nice to see everyone's schedule and sessions that they had posted. A lot of variety this year. I can think in years past, there was a lot of kind of similarities amongst a number of the sessions that the speakers submitted, and I think this year is kind of the first year where I could say, and looking through everybody's session that was submitted, right there, we had a lot of varying sessions around a lot of different Microsoft cloud technologies, not just within Azure, but Power Platform, Microsoft 365, security focused. So there's a lot of cool sessions. Couple around things like Azure, Databricks, Fabric, those new platforms kind of becoming much larger in the data and AI world. Obviously, a healthy dose of Copilot and Azure OpenAI and a lot of AI services. So for those of you out there that are, AI enthusiasts, and you've been, dived into this hype wave that's been going on for the last 18 months within the Microsoft ecosystem, you're going to hear from a lot of folks around different implementations of AI services within Azure. And there's some other cool sessions. I think one that I particularly found interesting was how to use Azure in remote locations, right? So we have a speaker who's doing a session around how do you leverage cloud in an area of the world that, for lack of a better term, is underserved, right? May not necessarily have kind of the infrastructure and other things that most of us are probably fairly used to. And so what's it like running cloud services for somebody in that type of ecosystem, and how can they access that and leverage that? So I think that's a really cool session, and I know certainly I'm going to tune into that one along with some of the other sessions around that. And then we have obviously some folks who are here to help you with getting trained and getting skilled up in Azure, talking about their journeys, their guidance and best practices on kind of how to get you further along in either your certification journey or just general training journey. So definitely recommend checking those out as well. And yeah, it's a heavy dose. Many of the days have 3 sessions. So if you're tuning in, be on the lookout. There are multiple videos and blogs going up every single day, and all the way to the end of the month. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. One of the sessions that caught my eye, which was an interesting one, because we were talking before this, I've been doing a lot of Cloud Lab facilitation around the Microsoft Cloud Labs that they do with Spectra, and one of those labs was using doing like GitHub's pipelines and using DevBox.
Yes.
Which which is something, I'm not a developer, so I don't play around in developer environments, but I was playing around with that Cloud Lab as I was facilitating it, and it's almost like VDI for developers. So
Yep.
it's kind of it's a virtual desktop environment to do all of your development in, and build your pipeline without it being anywhere near production, for that matter.
Correct.
Not just a
Yeah.
sandbox
Isolated
environment, but just a full isolated environment, which is really cool. So that was, like you said, new technology. Obviously, you can't have an event or any sessions without talking about co-pilots and AI and things like that. So we've got all those, got Azure Bicep. So we got stuff for developers, we got stuff for security people, we got stuff for like you said, Power Platform, the citizen developers, and all of those things. Microsoft.
There's somebody after my own heart. I saw a session in there around virtual WAN. So the person delivering that session, just be of note. I'll be watching that, and
he's going to be watching the county. He's going to somehow sabotage.
If you make any slight things, I'm kidding. It'll be a fantastic session. No, speaking of new technologies, there's even a session in there about Microsoft's Azure's new implementation of Elastic SAN. So you're going to see a cool session around some of those technologies. And even hybrid cloud technologies. So there's a couple of sessions in there on Azure Arc, Lighthouse, right? So like I said, this year is really the first year where I think we have a really good mix of technologies and things that people are talking about. So there is truly, I think, this year something for everyone. So no matter what area of Microsoft Cloud that you are interested in, or think maybe something has sparked your interest, there's definitely going to be at least a session or two around that. So I definitely encourage you to look at the schedule and tune in for when those videos or blogs are going live, so that you can check those out. And obviously, we appreciate the support from all of our speakers that contributed sessions. So Absolutely. If you are tuning into their videos, you are reading their blog, please, show your support for them. They put a lot of heart, effort, and time and contributing into this event. And so we greatly appreciate everything that they do to make this event successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, if around all of that, how do we access? How do you access things for Azure Back to School? So AzureBackToSchool.com, and you can see the navigation up at the top here. You can go from you can find a particular speaker here on the speaker page. We've got the sessions listed there, and we've also got the schedule. So the schedule, easiest way to do it is just look day to day. And you can see, and you can bring the schedule up, and you got this little play button that takes you to the blog article or the video, wherever it's posted, whether it's on the Azure Back to School YouTube channel, or some of the content creators are using their own YouTube channel. It will take you directly to that session. So you find that, you see what time it is. It should actually should sync with your particular time zone, with your local time, because I'm using Sessionize. So what you're seeing here is Eastern time. So starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, US Eastern time on Monday, or on Sunday, which is September 1st, we'll have the first two sessions back. They'll go live back to back. They're both blog articles on Sunday, so just some light reading while you're having your Sunday coffee. You can do that. Monday, we actually have 3 sessions. Combination. We've got one blog article from Maria Anastasia, and then the other 2 are videos. And then going from there, we've got a couple of videos on Tuesday, and so on and so forth. So if you miss any day, you can come into the schedule and backtrack there. Or if, like I said, if you're looking for a particular person, you can find them here, alphabetical by first name, and find their session. Find out when their session is. Within here, we can click the session, looking at Chris Gill's session here, and just created a green screen here. Let me try Abdul's here. Not one to bring it up. Probably because it's not live or something, maybe. Or just come here to the sessions, and again, it's not navigating very well here, but anyway. All right, you can find the sessions, find the times, and again, if it has already passed, so if you come here Tuesday and look for Joe Carlisle's session, you can select it. Same thing with within the schedule and the time. If you want more content, there is the previous year Azure Back to School link here that takes you to the archives, the GitHub archives of all of the previous sessions. So you can come into 2023 schedule as well if you'd like to look back in time a little bit as well. If you're craving some additional content above and beyond what we've got this year. But yeah, great, as Derek was saying, great list of schedules, great list of sessions for doing different things here. Right there, we got Copilot, we've got Azure Virtual Network Manager, I got some IoT,
container apps,
we got
APM,
so got a whole bunch. You can see it's really going the gamut. Lake House and Microsoft Fabric,
Power BI dashboards.
Microsoft
we got all
Fabric
sorts of stuff.
Microsoft Fabric's very new and a very fun, very cool way to do data engineering that Microsoft's built onto essentially more or less the Microsoft, like the Power Platform and really Power BI kind of infrastructure, makes it very easy to do data engineering concepts and things. So Vinod's session should be probably highly anticipated and watched, as well as many of the others. So continue to look out on social media. Follow hashtag Azure Back to School, and you'll find you'll get the posts every day. Follow me and Derek, and we'll also be able to be posting and reposting as the month goes on. The posts will be going out on X and LinkedIn and Instagram. So plenty of places to find out what content and what contributors are going out each day. So really looking forward to this event this year. I actually am a glutton for punishment because I built Cyber Back to School to go in October. So I'm doing back-to-back events this year. Don't know why I thought that, but I guess I'm just like I said,
you have a lot of free time on your hands.
I really don't. I really don't.
That's the sarcasm is.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where this time comes from, but or how I manage this. One thing I'm not doing this year is I'm not coaching sports anymore. With now.
There you go. You get a few extra hours.
Gives me a little bit of time. I still have to carpool and got carpools and things like that.
You're Uber. You're playing Uber.
Uber driver, yes, Uber driver. But yeah, really excited again. Like Derek said, thank you to everybody that's contributed. Derek and I do the easy part of this all. We just, send social media posts and schedule things and bring people into the event. It's the people that are creating the content that are really putting some serious time in, and appreciate the amount of people that put into this event every year, knowing the different other social MVP and MVP and community type of events that go on. Everybody being so welcoming to do these events is amazing and awesome. So thanks to everybody there, and thanks to everybody that visits our site and continues to look at this content and keep this alive. So again, here's to 5 years and many more beyond this.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts or anything, Derek? I just want to do a quick update for everybody and announce everything. So
it was good to get everything out. No, Copilot did not help me with this schedule, in case anyone is wondering. This is all human driven. I did use Copilot to check the schedule though, and make sure I didn't do any sort of scheduling mistakes.
Did check to make sure there was no overlapping?
No overlap or something like that. So Copilot was used as a verification tool, not a hey, write this out for me type of option.
I don't think Sessionize is that intricate yet. It's not.
No, it's not. But it does output stuff into Excel, and then you can grab Copilot and just.
That's true. You can use Copilot for Office, right?
So yes, we can dub the schedule Copilot approved. But no, I'm super excited. Obviously, getting stuff started with networking and then diving into a lot of different areas of Azure and Microsoft 365 and security and Power Platform, right? As you talked about with Fabric and Power BI and other things. So, yeah, no, really looking forward to this year. I think, as each year has kind of iterated upon itself, the content's getting bigger, more diverse, and we're really kind of highlighting a lot of different areas with Azure Back to School. So I think next year, maybe we should be a little ambitious, right? We had 74 sessions this year, right? So if you see something that interests you and you think this is really cool, we would love to see you as somebody to contribute next year. And let's
Absolutely.
aim for like 100. Make my life a little more difficult in scheduling it next year. But yeah, I think excited for this.
Yeah, a key point around that is if you are looking to start driving content and putting content out there, um, these events are by the community for the community, much like Global Azure and the Festive Tech Calendar and Azure Spring Clean. Joe Carlisle and some other organizers did the We Do AI just a few weeks ago as well. Most of us, if not all of us, accept everybody that puts in a session, that takes the time to put something into Sessionize, because we want to enable people to create content and get things out there for everybody. So yes, if don't be shy. If you want to start with a blog article rather than a video next year, certainly welcome to, and we welcome it. It was I think a little we always like around like April timeframe put out the plan, put out the call for speakers, so and put it out on social media for everybody. So yes, definitely would love to get to the 100 session plateau. That would be a cool thing to look for next year. We're 3/4 of the way there, so
we are getting
not
close.
not too far away.
No.
So well,
All right.
that's all that we have today. So
Yep.
for tuning in, and again, just a couple days away from the start of September and the start of Azure Back to School. So enjoy. Feel free to reach out to us on social media with any questions or anything, or if you have any issues with accessing any of the content. It's Copilot approved, but Copilot's not running it. I'm the one putting the links in. I'm the one putting the links in the session, so maybe I messed up a link. It happens. If it does, let us know. We'll get it fixed and make sure the content's delivered to you properly. So, otherwise, thanks everybody. Have a great weekend. Those of you in the U.S., we have a nice long weekend, which is fun. But the content's all ready to go. It will be ready all through the long weekend for Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday when Derek and I get back to work. So,
all right. No, look
thanks,
looking
everybody.
forward to the weekend. Thanks, everyone.
Yep, have a great weekend.